switching gears, and now we're going to talk about health and fitness. And again, I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going to give you guys my tips on how I make it easy, what has worked for me, what has not worked for me. And yeah, so let's just get started with that. Let me take a sip of water. Again, I just want to start out by saying how, like what I said in the last video, if we do not make health and fitness simple, we are going to give up. The key to success is consistency, and you're not going to be consistent if you feel overwhelmed with this crazy meal plan and this crazy fitness routine that you feel like you have to keep up. So that is my first tip, is you have to keep it fucking simple. And that's why I love our workouts and I love our meal plans, because we have workouts that are 10 fucking minutes, like literally 10-minute workouts. We have workouts that are 30 minutes. We have workouts that are longer than that for those of you that want to get awesome results like I've been getting and the other girls have been getting with our 80-day obsession. Again, 4 fucking dress sizes in 30 days is my results so far. We have workouts like that for those of you that really want to get it and really want to challenge. But that's the thing, is you have to find a workout that's going to fit in with your schedule, but you also have to commit. It's making a commitment. So we're not really talking about workouts. This is about grocery tips and trips made simple. But I just wanted to mention that. You've got to make it simple, because consistency is key for success. Say hi if you're on live, because you're going to give up if you don't make it simple. So that's my first tip. And literally, you guys all got free access to Beachbody On Demand. So in there, you have all of our workouts, all of our meal plans. We even have a cooking show. There's so many amazing resources, and you can always reach out to myself or the coach that invited you. And if you still need the link to the free workouts, then just also reach out to the coach that invited you to this. Give me some hearts. Say hi if you're on live. Hi, Samantha. What's up, girl? So that's my first tip. You got to make it simple. My second tip is, again, this goes along with making it simple. Don't try to go from all to nothing. What do I mean by that? I used to do this all the time. I would do all these quick fixes. Tell me in the comments if you've ever done that before. Because I just wanted all the weight to come off quick. I tried fucking diet pills. I tried those nasty ass Slim Fast shakes back in the day. I tried so many unhealthy things. And then I even tried all these crazy detoxes and fast where you like deprived yourself. And that's not going to work. Because after you finish that, you're just going to gain most of the weight back, because a lot of what you lose is actually just water weight. So you can't go from eating chips and cookies and fried food and alcohol like I used to eat before I lost 60 pounds, like literally for all my meals, to like going completely raw vegan. Like that's just fucking nuts. Or to even go from eating those things I just mentioned, fried food, sugars, alcohol, not eating a healthy, clean diet, to going to just clean eating, or even, you know, whatever. So when I first lost 60 pounds, what I did is I just cut my portions in half, and then I added a fruit and veggie to every meal. And that's what I did. I lost 30 pounds just by doing that alone. And after that, then I added in the workouts. I added in like 3 20-minute workouts a week, and then I just added things in over time. Once it became a habit, then I added things in. I didn't try to do it all at once, because again, you're going to give up. So then slowly over the years, I still tried more restrictive ways of eating, like paleo and vegan and raw vegan. And those things work for some people, but they personally don't work for me. I don't believe in restriction. And again, that's what I love about our meal plans, because they teach you how to eat a proper balanced diet where you're going to feel good, you're going to have energy, and you don't have to deprive yourself. You can literally enjoy the same kind of foods that you're eating. There's healthy recipes for everything. I eat fucking chocolate every day. I have treats every weekend, because it can fit into our meal plan. And even if it doesn't fit into the meal plan, I still believe in having treats at least once or twice a week. So you can't go from all to nothing. You have to slowly transition into this. So when I used to go grocery shopping, what I would do is I just tried to find healthier substitutes to things. This is my third tip. So one thing that I really used to like to eat was like cheeseburgers. Give me some hearts if you used to like cheeseburgers, and fries. So what I did is I found a healthy turkey burger recipe, and I learned how to make sweet potato fries. So healthy substitutes are your best friend. Pinterest is your best friend. I'm actually going to pull up my Pinterest board right now. My recipes are pescatarian because I still eat meat sometimes, but usually it's just fish, seafood, and eggs, and I don't even eat fish all that often, but I have some really good recipes. And even if you don't find what you need on my Pinterest board, Pinterest is a great resource. There it is in the chat box. All right, so there's that. And then with our meal plans that we give you, what I recommend, this is my fourth tip, is I personally get very overwhelmed if I try to pick out 8 million recipes and cook them all throughout the week. It's too much, it's too intense. You're gonna spend a lot more money up front because you have to get spices and sauces and all of these ingredients. So I would not recommend doing that. I recommend planning ahead. I'm gonna talk more about that on tip number 5. I recommend planning ahead with our meal plans. Again, we're giving you categories. There's this whole guide that walks you through how to set everything up to make it easy, and your coach will help you with that too. And we have our accountability groups that will help with that too. And if you need help with that, of course, you can comment below this video. But we go more in depth in our fitness groups, which we're going to be telling you guys more about soon. So plan out what you're going to have. For example, each morning, I eat similar things every day, but I switch it up. I like to switch up the seasonings and the spices and sauces and stuff like that so that it doesn't get boring. But every day for breakfast, I usually have some kind of protein, some kind of veggie, a carb, and a fat. So my go-to is tofu scramble with veggies, and then I do like toast with cashew butter, almond butter, whatever, with like cinnamon and stuff on it. And I usually use spinach and mushrooms in my tofu scramble. So I do that for breakfast pretty much every day. Some days I'll go out and I'll do the same kind of combination where I do the protein, the veggie, the healthy fat, and the carbs. So I might get like, say, like eggs and veggies with avocado toast, something like that. And then every day after my workout, I always have a Shakeology and a fruit. So I just vary up what Shakeology recipes I make. Sometimes I kind of am boring sometimes with it and make the same thing, but that's an option if you like variety. And the fruits, I just switch up what fruits I get at the grocery store each week. Then for lunch every day, it's pretty much the same combination as breakfast: a protein, a carb, a healthy fat, and a veggie. So one of my go-tos for lunch is a chickpea quinoa veggie Buddha bowl. And there's many recipes. These are all so fucking easy on that Pinterest board that I just left in the comments. And if I'm going to upload this to YouTube later, so if you're listening to this from YouTube, just reach out to me and let me know if you want the recipes that I have. So, and then for my snack, like afternoon snack, I usually always have some kind of nuts and some kind of fruit. So again, I just vary the kinds of nuts I get, the kinds of fruits I get. Some of my favorites are pistachios, macadamia nuts. Sometimes I just eat peanut butter. What fruits do I like right now? What do I have in the fridge? I have watermelon, blueberries, pears, strawberries, mangoes. I think that's what I have right now. So those are some of my favorites. And then for dinner, usually I have like a protein, a veggie, and a healthy fat left. So I make this really easy tempeh recipe with, if you want the recipe, just let me know. It's on that board as well. But it's so fucking easy to make. It's actually from one of our detox recipes, but it's so good. And then I make asparagus with it with this amazing seasoning. If you want any of my seasonings, let me know. I usually get Bragg's. I'll type that in the chat box, DRAGGS. Their seasonings and their spices and sauces are amazing, and they're all natural, organic, don't have chemicals and all that bullshit in it. But again, I do switch these meals up. I don't eat the same fucking thing every day. I switch up the meals. Sometimes I go out for meals. I do different ingredients. With the Buddha bowls, I'll just use different veggie combinations and things like that. And there's many more ideas on that recipe board. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how I do it. So tip number 5 is when you're going to the grocery store each week, you're just going to have these categories of what you're going to buy. And I do eat mostly vegetarian during the week, and then sometimes I'll have seafood if I feel called to. So my list for my proteins are eggs, tofu, tempeh, chickpeas. My list for my carbs, bread, I get that from the health food store, so it's not like this super processed shit. I like sourdough. And what else do I get? I get quinoa. Sometimes I get like healthy wraps. That's pretty much all I get. You could also do like oatmeal, sweet potatoes, different things. And then I have my list of fruits. I don't usually make a list. I just kind of get what fruits I want. Same with veggies. I do have my staples that like I always get spinach and mushrooms. I usually always have berries on hand. I always make sure I get lots of greens. And then what category am I missing? Oh, healthy fats. So some of my healthy fats, coconut oil, avocado, again, the nuts, pistachios, macadamia, whatever I want to get at the store. Sesame oil is another oil that I really like. I think that about covers it. So yeah, when you're grocery shopping, make these lists of categories of proteins, carbs, and healthy fats, and then fruits and veggies. And that's gonna make it so easy. And again, literally this plan that I'm telling you guys is all broken down in a document in Beachbody On Demand with our workouts. You just click on the meal plan resources. And if you need help finding that, just let myself or your coach know. So those are my grocery tips and trips made simple. This is like a bonus tip. My mom taught me this, is when you write out your grocery list, put it in order of where it's going to be in the store. Now, some of it, if you're not familiar with finding these ingredients, maybe you're eating new things, maybe you won't know this at first. But I promise you, it'll help you get in and out of the grocery store so fucking quick. And my last bonus tip would be, make sure you treat yourself. Like, some of the things that I get as my treats each week, I get dark chocolate, and I eat dark chocolate every day. Sometimes I get mint dark chocolate. Sometimes I get, sea salt caramel dark chocolate. I also get kombucha. I'll get coconut water. I do drink coconut water every day because it's so hot here in Australia and the workouts, I need the hydration. That's pretty much all I do. A lot of times I just go out for my treats if I want something, but make sure variety is key. Keep it simple. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I look forward to getting to know more of you in the group. I'll make sure that I get back to everyone's comments today. I realized I didn't do that yesterday, even though I thought I did. So I love you all. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I said, and let us know in the comments below your biggest takeaway from what I said today. And again, if you're listening to this from YouTube, then just reach out to me. All of my resources are below with links on how to contact me and all of that. So I love you all. Bye.